This is where it begins. A place where she can dive into her dreams and swim against the current to reach her goal.
It is a starting point of a journey to explore uncharted territories, to use new knowledge for the best of mankind.
Immersing in sustainable lifestyle, where you can feel the breeze on your skin. It's times like this that makes you feel alive. A time to create. A time to capture precious moments.
Where dreams are no longer just a dream, but the beginnings of a new reality. This is where I harness my potential.
This is where I explore possibilities.
This is where I expand my mind.
This is where her story begins. This is EduCity.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. Welcome everyone to the FASTSPACE X MaGIC webinar series 1. I am Husna Shamimi and I'll be your MC for today. A warm welcome to our participants and viewers watching this webinar titled Starting Your Entrepreneurial Journey with MaGIC, stream live on Zoom and EduCity Official's Facebook account. This is the second collaboration between FASTSPACE and Malaysian Global Innovation and Creativity Center, or also known as MaGIC. The first collaboration was held back in October 2020, where we hosted the virtual Grill or Chill X EduCity Iskandar. The virtual program, co-organized with MaGIC, consisted of a workshop followed by a pitching session with experts in the industry, where we had participants from students within EduCity. Now, we are back with not one, but 5 speakers who will share tips and guidance to you on how to start our entrepreneurial journey with MaGIC support. Before that, a short introduction on EduCity. EduCity Iskandar Malaysia is Asia's first multi-campus education city and a preferred studying destination that consists of higher education institutions, training centers, and international schools. EduCity offers quality shared facilities in the form of a state-of-the-art sport complex, or known as EduCity Sport Complex, and innovation social space, or known as EduCity Hub, that also feature a co-working space meant for students and startup incubation, or we call that as a FASTSPACE, and also a student accommodation, which is EduCity Village. As per video that was played during the opening, we hope you get an overview of EduCity Hub, where FASTSPACE is located. FASTSPACE is a co-working space designed in a conducive environment for startup companies that consist of students and the wider community in Iskandar Puteri. FASTSPACE also offers many programs to its tenants that include networking sessions, Begin Niaga, a customized program to support new business, and provide mentoring programs exclusively for FASTSPACE tenants, and also another program called Mula Startup, a customized content for budding digital entrepreneurs, such as Understanding Grant Management Program. Some brief background on MaGIC. MaGIC is an innovation and creativity center that enables and supports the sustainable growth of entrepreneurship in Malaysia, with the mission of a vibrant and sustainable startup and social enterprise ecosystem built on impact-driven innovation and inclusivity. So, without taking any more time, let's hear a sharing from our first speaker, Encik Muhammad Ibnu Muhammad, Senior Associate of Marketing and Community, about MaGIC Community Program. And if you have any question, feel free to post your inquiry in the Q&A box section below. Before I proceed, a short brief about the speaker. Encik Ibnu Muhammad is a part of the team in MaGIC that is involved actively in community outreach and engagement, especially in the area of accelerating startups and entrepreneurship, and also social enterprise. Yes. His working experience prior joining MaGIC revolves around community advocacy, innovation culture, and activism. So without further ado, I'll pass the session to the speaker. Encik Ibnu, please welcome. The floor is yours.
Hello everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very pleasant morning. It's 11 a.m. so I guess it's still morning over here in Malaysia. Okay, I'll be sharing with you guys on the community programs offered in MaGIC. So before that, thank you very much for this opportunity from EduCity Iskandar for us to have this platform to share on the programs that we do have here in MaGIC to help the new entrepreneurs, especially because our topic for today is start your entrepreneurial journey with MaGIC. So of course, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to social enterprise, when it comes to startups, we here in MaGIC, we do provide and we do offer a lot of programs that can be utilized by the new startups, especially for the young graduates who really want to start their own entrepreneurship programs. So I'll start my presentation on community programs first. So before that, I'll share my screen first lah. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen over here.
Yep, can.
All right, thank you. Okay, the first program that I'd like to share with you guys is MaGIC Co-working Space. So basically, it's more like what you guys have in EduCity Iskandar, which basically a co-working space is a space where you can use it before you're having an office lah. So this is very important for the new startups, the new social enterprise who doesn't really have an office just yet. So we do provide MaGIC Co-working Space. What is so special about MaGIC Co-working Space program is that when you were admitted into CWS, MaGIC CWS, we call it here in MaGIC, we do have a lot of programs supplementing your participation in CWS, in MaGIC CWS. So mainly the first one is Grill or Chill program, in which we did it with EduCity Iskandar last year. Startup skill workshop and also community tech workshop. So I'll explain one by one on the programs that we offered under this co-working space community here in MaGIC. So basically for the co-working space program, the target market for this program is actually for startups and entrepreneurs, tech talents and aspiring entrepreneurs in public. So on the first one is for the virtual grill or chill. Before this, we did a physical grill or chill, which will be held in our facility here in Cyberjaya. But due to COVID-19 restrictions, so we have shifted into virtual means doing this program for virtual grill or chill. So basically, virtual grill or chill, so it's a monthly pitching platform for startups to showcase their product and get valuable feedbacks from experts in the startup ecosystem. So it's a platform where you can share your ideas, you can share your business plan, you can share your prototype, and probably you can actually train your pitching skills with a lot of panels over there to actually comment, and maybe it's an opportunity for you to actually improve on your ideas, whether it's a working ideas, it's a prototype, or even if it's a business plan. So this is one of the benefits that we are offering to our CWS community. So often startups have lots of great ideas, but could not find a suitable platform to showcase, meaning that we can see that in the startup ecosystem, especially the new startups, the new entrepreneurs, they have small teams. And when it comes to ideas, we know they do have a lot of good ideas, but then when they cannot bump in the idea with others, so the idea gets stuck and cannot be expanded even further. So that's why we do have this initiative, so that we can share our network of experts insight for you to actually have a better idea and how to improve your ideas for your entrepreneurial programs. So, and other than that, it's because the lack of access for domain experts for validation and investment. When it comes to startups, when it comes to entrepreneurs, we do need a lot of experts and experts for validation and also investment. So in this case, because we knew that there are limited resources for startups, for new entrepreneurs to actually get this kind of access, so that's where we come in with our network of experts, with our networks of startups as well, with our networks of companies that we do have linked with, so that these people can actually help the entrepreneurs and the new startups to build up their ideas to a greater length lah. Other than that, because of the lack of the experience in grilling process, and it's really hard to find talents in other industries. So basically, for virtual chill or grill for this year only, we did actually 7 or 8 sessions already. It's stated over there 6 sessions. I haven't updated the slides yet. That involves 39 startups, 13 grillers, and 600 audience. So for this virtual grill or chill session, it's open for the public to actually watch the grill or chill session. You just have to look for the information in our website or in our social media, Facebook especially, for the link to get access to the grill or chill session, so that you can actually get the insights as well, even though if you're not part of the company, even though you're not part of the experts. But if you want to know more, and if you want to learn more on entrepreneurship and startups and social enterprise, so this is the platform for you to actually have a chance to look on how pitching session is going is going on, and how it is being and what are the questions being asked by our network of experts for you to actually build on your idea. So that's virtual grill or chill. So these are the screenshots of our virtual grill or chill that we did in May and June. So basically, those startups are presenting their business plan and their ideas, and the experts are actually commenting on those ideas. Because in this session, the startups will have the opportunity to pitch in their ideas to improve it, or to take it into a further lah. Okay, so for our next grill or chill session, it will be held in 29 October 2021. If any of you guys want to get a look on how grill or chill is being done, and if you want to have a fresh insight, or if you want to have a look on how the pitching session is going on, and if you want to expand your ideas from the point of view of these experts, then you can register now. You can get this information in our website. Register via the Eventbrite link, and we'll send the email for the we'll send the link for the grill or chill session to you, and you can access on the 29th of November 2021. Okay, other than that, we do have startup skill workshop and community tech workshop. So these workshops are also offered to our co-working space community. First, startup skill workshop. It's a series of workshops to enhance startups and entrepreneurs' knowledge to improve their business. So topics ranging from digital marketing, financial management, emotional intelligence, customer retention, and pitching skills. For community tech workshops, so this workshop will provide the workforce with the opportunity to learn and develop tech skills to help startups grow and contribute to existing businesses. So it is also a platform to gather tech talent pool for businesses to start startups community. Topic ranges from how to build a website, how to build mobile apps, kickstart your business with WhatsApp, how to monitor business growth using technology. So basically, community tech workshop revolves around digital technology and digitalization of your business. So far, we did already more than 10 sessions for this year, involving 10 speakers and 1,677 audience. So bear in mind, even though this is a co-working space workshop, but it is also open to public as well. So if any of you guys want to participate in this workshop, just tune into our social media platform, and you guys can get the access and the link for you guys to join in these workshops as well. Okay, these are the screenshots of the startup skills series and some of the topics that has been shared during the workshop lah. This is Digital Marketing 101. And then this is the Community Tech Workshop we shared on monitoring business growth using technology for startups. Okay, next program, moving on from the co-working space program, MaGIC CWS. Now this is the Startup Lean Internship. So Startup Lean Internship is basically an internship program offered here in MaGIC to the students out there who needs the internship, who needs to do their internship. So for this program, MaGIC is actually the one who will link you to startups and social enterprises for your internship program. So in this Startup Lean Internship program, it is not just about matching students with the internship program with the startups and the social enterprise under MaGIC. It is also an opportunity for the students to actually get some trainings and get some knowledge on startups and social enterprise via the network that we do have here in MaGIC. So it is not an ordinary internship program that we offer here in MaGIC. So basically, if you are studying in marketing and public relations, business development and sales, IT and web designs, finance and accounting, graphic design and content creation, in the range of these 5 disciplines, you can actually apply for the Startup Lean Internship. For this Startup Lean Internship, we not only help the students to get internship placement, but we also help the startups and the social enterprise out there to actually find the talents that they need, and also to provide trainings to the students who has a lot of interest in joining entrepreneurship field after this, and also social enterprise field. So in this program, how do we help the startups and enterprise is we will be paying half of the internship allowance. We will be sponsoring half of the internship allowance to the students lah. Okay, and then during for the duration of the internship program, the students not only they will be working for the startups and the social enterprise, they will also have workshop that they need to participate that is being organized by MaGIC. And for the workshop, building onto that, we will have a pitching competition in which there will be a prize for that. And so apart from you interning and getting experience from the social enterprise and the startups, you will also have the opportunity to actually build up your own idea if you do have an entrepreneurial ideas that you want to pursue after you finish your internship program. Okay, that is on Startup Lean Internship. Okay, next program we do have MEBP or MaGIC Ecosystem Builders Program. So MaGIC Ecosystem Builders Program is a train-the-trainer program that aims to support ecosystem builders in developing thriving and collaborative communities. For MaGIC Ecosystem Builders Program, this program is open to everybody, ranging from students, even to lecturers, even to researchers. So it's basically anybody can join this program if you do have the interest to be an ecosystem builder. But then what is ecosystem builder? So ecosystem builder are the individuals who love to explore new ways of enriching their communities and find fulfillment in helping their community members to discover and learn the tools related to innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. So in this Train the Trainer program, all the participants will be trained on how you guys would actually build an ecosystem within your community. So we do believe that everybody has their own communities and everybody has the aspiration to actually improve their communities to be better and to be good in entrepreneurship, to be good in innovation, and to link all these separate entities into one so that everybody can benefit from it. So this is what an ecosystem builder will do. So in this Train the Trainer program, we will train these ecosystem builders with the required skills to actually be the trainer in their community, to train their community to develop an ecosystem that can cater to those objectives. So the training will be held on every weekends, and there are tiering system in that as well. And in that tiering system, different benefits will be given to tier 1, tier 2, and to the participants who have already reached tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So in the tiering system, it is all based on the training that you have already attended and also some of the evaluation that's provided by the trainers so that you are qualified to the benefits for the tiering system in MaGIC Ecosystem Builders Program. The benefits that we are talking about is actually like financial assistance from MaGIC so that you can develop your own program within your community. And we can also provide the network and experts and trainers from MaGIC as well, from our networks of trainers and experts to actually help your community to get the skills required to actually build a good ecosystem within that community. Okay, last but not least, it's the Initiation Series. This is an ongoing event that we have been doing this year, and it has reached its peak. It has reached the conference punya part, in which we will be having that conference on Future Fast, Thriving for a Better Tomorrow on 28 and 29 November. So for this E-Nation series, we have a lot of distinguished speakers from all over the world. So a blessing in disguise, COVID has made this possible for us to actually get all these international networks of experts to participate in this E-Nation conference that we'll be doing on the 28th and 29th November. So there will be a lot of interesting topics discussed in the online webinars that we'll be doing. So you guys can check our website and register for this very interesting conference that we'll be doing on 28 and 29 November. So most of the topics ranging from sustainable capitalism, startup ecosystem, smart manufacturing, the digitalization, and a lot of others. And these distinguished speakers are experts in their field and can give you a lot of good insights to actually further your idea on entrepreneurship and in any kind of disciplines that you are in. So please attend, and I hope these programs, all of these community programs can actually give you some insights on the community programs that we in MaGIC offer. So yeah, thank you so much. So that's the programs that we have on community in MaGIC. Do you have any questions on that? Okay, I have one. Thanks for your presentation. For grill or chill, who is usually the griller? Are you getting the industry expert to be the griller? Yes, we have our industry experts to be the griller. It is not the fellow startups or the fellow startups. So we do invite our alumni for CWS alumni, which is the startups companies that was established under MaGIC, and also experts from MNCs, experts from other companies that have their own track record, so that we can have a good insight on the grill or chill session. Okay, I guess that's the only questions that we have. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you again for the insightful session, Cik Ibnu. The grill or chill session sounds scary to me actually, but then it is a good opportunity for the entrepreneur. So yeah, I hope you guys can use the opportunity to get your business started. Okay, so now we are moving to the second session with Miss Roslyn Muhammad Daud, the Assistant Manager of Technology and Innovation, which will be talking about the Digital Business Academy. Ms. Roslyn leads the management and delivery of MaGIC online innovation and entrepreneurship programs for aspiring and seasoned entrepreneurs, innovators, and the government and also the private sector, with the goal of bridging them for greater impact for the ecosystem. Prior to MaGIC, she served 22 years in business development and project management across industries in the private sector, including Vision for Media Group, the Asian Strategy Leadership Institute, UNDP Malaysia, and the World Islamic Economic Forum Foundation. So without wasting more time, I would like to pass the platform to Ms. Roslyn to continue the session. Ms. Roslyn, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Husna, and the warm welcome to introduction to MaGIC at the start. We were like, wow, you know so much about us, and that's good job. And yeah, for the very kind introduction. So was looking at your videos, and like yeah, I mentioned in chat, it's like really cool place we have there, and it's so exciting to be sharing today with you. And thank you, organizers, for the opportunity. We do hope to maybe pay a visit to your city and have more sharings there. It looks so interesting. All right, so I will be, let me see, share my screen right now. And we do have prepared something for you from our end. There you go, if you can see that. Firstly, can you hear me? My neighbors just started drilling. Can you hear? Okay, cool. So yeah, if you have like a city of universities, various campuses in EduCity, at MaGIC we have this house of academy where we house a few programs under the academy itself, where we support and nurture the growth of entrepreneurs from the various stages or all throughout the stages of entrepreneurship. And where these entrepreneurs come from is from the community outreach, of course, where Ibnu and the team has gone out there to create the outreach for the masses and give them that introduction training into entrepreneurship. And if we have done our job well there, we would have a lot of entrepreneurs already to fine-tune and refine their skills and talent to become entrepreneurs, as where we funnel them into the house of the academy. I don't have that picture of the house there. I think Izzat would have it, but I just have this slide a little bit. This is where your serious learning, I would say, would start, although we don't really do it very seriously, but the learning is serious. Where we'll take entrepreneurs from the early stage to the middle stage to the late stage, all the way until regional and international even. So under each stage there you will see where Ibnu's program fall under, where the Grill Chill, the coffee chat, the co-working space, the in-nation. But we also have some programs in here for the early stage. Once they have gone through the community and outreach sort of training, we do have the workshops parked under here for the early stage entrepreneurs. And we do have, then in the middle stage, you will see the boot camps, various boot camps there. And moving forward, we just like to share, in just about 2 months' time, we'll be then focusing a lot more into technology and commercializing that technology and accelerating the period where you are testing and this technology, so that you are able to bring it to market further. And at the last stage there, you will see then where when you are ready with all this, we do have the accelerator where you will be put through a very intensive 4 months with our accelerator team, who will then grill or chill you on a much more brutal stage or serious stage. We will put you in front of investors in our demo days, and even those who are in pursuing a very technology focused. This is where we help you build your prototype further or build your market a bit further, so that you are able to get some more support to bring that technology, which might take some time to develop, maybe months or years, to our sandbox, when there is a lot of funds here available for you to bring that technology out there to the market, to be deployed, to be transferred to our partners, so that the whole society or even the nation can benefit from. So what my portfolio is the online courses that you see at the bottom, where we serve entrepreneurs from all through this early stage. While you're at the early stage, there are courses that you can take online, while after maybe you've completed Ibnu's program, you still want to keep learning, you want something online or available 24 hours, we have them on the online courses in the Digital Business Academy. And some of these courses are also are already on further will be part of Izzat's bootcamp and workshop, because once we put you through in a physical class, maybe with a learning a led bootcamp focusing on technology, you would have these digital business or entrepreneurship courses to learn on your own to support both learning there. And we are also used in the accelerator and even the NTIS. If you need to revisit your market access or your startup performance, how to measure and calculate. So the courses you will find on the online platform, the Digital Business Academy, here to service all of you at any stage you're at. So under the online courses, but under the MOOC or the online courses, we also have webinars to complement what we offer on the online courses. So the online courses, there are currently about 84 short and quick courses that you can take at any time, and you can revisit them and do them anytime you want. It doesn't mean when you complete one, you cannot access it anymore. It's there for as long as MaGIC carries them. And they fall under these 6 subjects. You will have ideas and products. There's one also on social innovation. You can focus on marketing and sales if that's what you need at that point. There's brand and communication. If you already have your MVP and you have some traction, now you really want to focus on your market. And for those in accelerator or slightly in the mid or late stage, you do want to look into building your finance. You become a bit bit more stronger. That's when you have board of directors in your company or in your startups, and you also need to start building your people on your team and grow, building culture from that. Because at the end of your learning at MaGIC, we have a team that will bring you regionally and internationally out there. You do want to build a solid, strong startup with a good team of people with a strong culture that can really, become endure you towards the next journey of your entrepreneurship. And we do have webinars to support this. These are about 60 to 90-minute webinars. And over the years, we have curated like a series. We have series on strategy. We have series on investments, like sort of seed investment by angel investors, and raising your Series 1, Series A and B under the VC series. These are content to help you get an insight from the investor's point of view, so that you know even at the beginning, you know what to prepare for you when you want to go out there and pitch and get funds for your solutions or your startups. And on top of that, we have the exponential organization, the XO 10X series, where you are now thinking on a much larger scale, going exponential, and business model innovation. And that once you have business model, when you start growing, you do need to innovate because your customers innovate themselves. Customers needs always change. Your business model needs to change to cater to their needs, so that your business can continue going with them. Very quickly, I think we have these very quick courses available there, and what they fall under, there's a QR code there for you to access. And under each of the 5 pillars earlier, you will find these small courses where these are actually skills. When you look at, say, under marketing, you have plan your marketing. So that's actually a skill. And if you complete the many courses under this skill, where we call a trail, you should be able you should have been completed a skill, and as in knowing how to plan your marketing. At the end of this, once you completed the courses under this trail or this skill, there is a certificate that you can auto download, and this cert you can actually put it in your CV if you like, and you can use it when you're applying for IPNU's lead internship. So whoever founder of the startup that you are planning to intern with would know that you have the skill on planning or marketing, or you will have the skill to manage a digital product, or how to measure the startup performance. So download those skills, and if you complete this, my fee at the end of it has some really cool stuff for you. If you become our startup campus ID badge holder, there's so many benefits there that he can provide you with. So hang on a second. So these are the webinars that we have done earlier, and I think we have pretty much completed them, but they are available still to watch. We have replays of this webinar on our Facebook page for MaGIC, and we also will be uploading them very soon on YouTube, all nicely cleaned and edited, so that you can use it in your learning, or even part of your programs, or even part of your learning elsewhere. So I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to entice you a little bit more to sign up for the DBA. I'm going to take you to our website, where you can find how you can get onboarded into this program. So if you go to the MaGIC website here, okay, I think my neighbor has stopped. It doesn't start again. If you go to our website here and scroll over to the startups or the social innovation event, you will find at the left side of it, there you go, the online academy. That's where our digital business academy is part. And scroll down, you will find the MaGIC Digital Business Academy here. And what you need to do is if you have registered, you can just continue learning, like I have. And if you don't, you have not registered yet. Let me see. Need to go back to, okay. Imagine this, you have registered and there's some form you need to fill. And let me see. So now I am a user. You're going to be taken, if you are new to this, when you are registering, you will have a quick form where we collect a little bit of your data so that we know you're in our system, because FEE needs it later for our startup campus to know that you actually exist. So when you have filled that form, you will be invited to create an account on the DBA platform. We run it on Bloom. So once you have created that, you just need to sign in. And let's see if my website is running well. Okay. Right. You will see here the dashboard. So if you go to library, you will see all the courses here. They are parked under the different pillars, right? The subjects. And if you're very, very new, if you're doing one of IPNU's program and you're in the 101 class and you're going through design thinking, introduction, and you don't, even if you have not taken no classes at all, none, zero, but you have that dream or aspire to be an entrepreneur, this is why we normally start. And even for us experienced seasoned entrepreneurs, they always come back here to refresh what they have learned. So these are the courses available for you, right? And if you go further in, you will see what is in there. Very quickly, you can do them here. If you're already scanning the QR code, you're probably in the website already. You can, if you have any problems accessing this platform, just let us know in the chat so we can fix it on our end. So this is what you'll be coming across. You have videos that you can watch. Click everything you see because there are more hidden information in here. And once you're done, you can just go down here and leave a feedback. And there's a recap down here. Everything. Okay, I have 7 more minutes to share this. Okay, so you will have a dashboard that you can design on your own, and it will tell you how many courses you have completed or if you have not, and we can actually track you on the back end whether you have started learning and not complete. And so we can prompt you on that, or you can prompt yourself. And once you have completed one, say one of these skills, so you are now working on brand communications, you are working to build a strong brand skill. What you can do is you can go to the certificates here, and if you've completed, you can click on the green button here and get your certificate, and sort of download it there, and the certificate will be downloaded, and you will get your certificate with your name on it, and signed by our partner technician and our CEO, and then you can take that certificate everywhere you go. And I think that's pretty much on our end. If you have questions on this, let me see if you have any here. Yeah, not yet, but yeah, explore that and let you know if you have problems. We do want to see if there's any glitches that we need to fix, being an online course. And that itself, you do that, you should be good enough to prepare you to apply for Izzat's program, because you do need to apply for his program, especially the bootcamp and the workshops. It's open, but you do need to have some skill to bring in there, because you will be meeting with other entrepreneurs, and you will be like exploring a lot of things, especially when you're design thinking or building a business model. And sometimes Izzat would require you to have gone through this basic learning, or require you to have a certificate to attend his bootcamp. So do that, complete it, get fees, funky stuff at the end. And I will now hand you over to Izzat, who will then take you on to your next journey in his workshop and bootcamp. So I think that's pretty much from me.
Okay, thank you for the insightful session, Ms. Roslyn. So let's see if I quoted this right. So basically the courses are free, and once you have completed the courses, you will get certificate. correct?
If you have completed one skill, because the
Once.
whole course of 84 modules is going to take you a while to complete, but and it's not a linear learning. It's not like you start here, you have to finish there. You can start anywhere you want. At some point, you need to really dive into your marketing skills if you're attending ISAT's program or Ibnu's program, or and then if you're in accelerator, for example, you need to see how to prepare your investor pitch. So you zoom straight into that skill and refresh and learn again. And I think we have a question here from ID. Can we choose the subject we want to join? Yeah, exactly the same question there. Pick one that you can start with or you're comfortable with, or you really do need to brush up at that point. But if you do all of them, you would have garnered a lot more knowledge and skills and information. And you can do this again and again.
I see. So apart of the just funding from MaGIC, we you also have like provide support for the entrepreneur to start their business. It is
Yeah.
a good initiative from MaGIC. Okay, so thank you again, Miss Roslyn. So we are now moving to the third session. Okay, we'll be having Encik Muhammad Izzat Muhammad Fazil, an experienced ecosystem builder with a demonstrated history of working in innovation and entrepreneurship education. So Encik Izzat leads the early stage startups programs in MaGIC, which are boot camps and workshops with the focus to enable education for the nation in the area of innovation and technology while leveraging the collaborative ecosystem to discuss about the MaGIC Academy program. So let's hear a sharing from our speaker today. Encik Izzat, are you ready? And to the viewers and participants, don't forget to post your questions in the Q&A box if you have any. Okay, Encik Izzat, the floor is yours.
Hello, hi. Thank you, MC. Thank you, EduCity, for inviting MaGIC and us to explain and talk about our programs. We have a lot of programs running from IPNU programs, community program, and then go to online content. As I mentioned, online content would be a great start for you guys to learn about entrepreneurship because in my slide here, you can see that starting from an outreach program, and then you go to the online program, MOOC, and then you can actually extend your knowledge in terms of entrepreneurship in the workshops and also bootcamp because we cater for any stage of entrepreneurs, aspiring, and then early stage. And if you have some ideas and if you have some prototype, you can join either program. So for workshop programs, it is an introductory session for aspiring entrepreneurs because we introduce the usage of design thinking, business model canvas, which we term that as innovative tool. And then with also the usage of technology tools to ideate and refine your ideas into a viable business model before you go into the next stage because we want to prevent anything like startup yang buat business yang shock sendiri lah. If you can feel a lot of shock sendiri startups. So in the workshop, we have Startup Essential. We are introducing fundamentals of design thinking and then business model canvas and also how to pitch because in 4 days of Startup Essential, you will learn from design thinking and then business model canvas. And the last day would be how to pitch to investor, to your university lecturers. You can actually apply this methodology and also this knowledge for your project in universities and so on. Because under this outcome, we want to see a lot of ideas and develop more business ideas. And then we want to see your fluency in terms of presenting your ideas because the focus module inside here would be we introduce a lot of problem statement, industry insights. We intro to the DT and BMC, and also we introduce to the concept of social innovation. While the Tech Talk is a one-day session. We provide essential knowledge. We talk about trends, challenge, opportunities, case studies, basically to just for you to understand the concept of the tech, because in this year we have done AI, IoT, blockchain, drone tech. We have also augmented analytics and also data discovery. So if you find any of the courses in our Magic site on the tech, so it would be more towards introducing the concept of the technology and how you can use the technology inside your ideas. Because we have a sharing by the startup and then some basic hands-on on the technology learnings. Current achievement, as you can see, we have impacted startup 300 startups, and also we have also 700 plus entrepreneurs joining our program. So Startup Essential, we have finished for this year. Next year, we will have a lot more. And might be we can actually collaborate with EduCity to do one Startup Essential in FASTSPACE, because this year we do it virtually. I would love to do some kind of workshop in maybe FASTSPACE, considering that you have an awesome space in Johor. Tech Talk, still have another session, fundamentals of data discovery and augmented analytics. This is part of the vision by Mosti to actually introduce some of the new technology under my STIE framework. You can actually browse this link for you to register this session. Because I have also promo codes, so I will actually give after this, I will pass to the EduCity team for them to distribute, or anyone who would like to join, I can give free slots for the session. After you have some brief about some how to actually ideate your business ideas and then do some kind of business model, then you might be interested to pursue your ideas and also develop your prototype via our bootcamp program. This year we have conducted 3 bootcamps: fintech and insurtech, deep tech, blockchain and drone tech, and also finally would be the agri-tech bootcamp. For blockchain and drone tech bootcamp, we have collaborated with Iskandar Investment, because they have Medini City or blockchain and also DRZ Drone Tech Zone. So it will be good a platform for any startup who like to test out their ideas and test out their prototype in those areas in Johor. Bootcamp is basically an intensive courses, because we put everything courses in 1 to 2 weeks. It even can take like 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the course, depending on the theme of the bootcamp. Because it is intensive session, back to back each week, and then for you to actually refine your ideas to develop into MVP or prototype with intention of commercialization. When you want to commercialize, this is where you go to NTRS, which you have funding, which Hidayah will explain later. So the outcome, as you can see, for ideation stage, we want them to develop early stage MVP or prototype, and then if they are at the mid stage, they might want to refine their MVP and prototype, because we will have a lot of module, and also we have invited a lot of industry players, government sites, to give some insights on the industry itself. And we have also content on the technology integration, how you can actually use drone tech into your ideas, blockchain into your ideas, and so on. Besides that, after the week of technology integration, we have our entrepreneurship skills, where they teach you again in terms of design thinking and also business canvas, for you to develop further in terms of your developing your ideas into a better and also refine ideas. And also we have also our site visit. Usually we will bring all those startups into related kind of places for them to actually learn and also see how it is implemented their ideas in terms of technology wise, like agri-tech farms, the farms who use the drone to actually spray the pesticides and so on. And then after the 3 weeks of module, they will actually have a pitch day where we will call all those investors, potential investors, partners to give some comments and feedback on their ideas. It's just to gauge the outcome from the session, outcome from the after they have gone through this 3 to 4 weeks program. After the boot camp, fear not, we will still have our programs like coaching and mentoring, and also we have a networking session, we have our focus workshop on certain topics, and also our business matching if you have some ideas which is relevant and which is will be good for us to actually introduce to our business partners, our partners in anywhere around the world. So we will be doing that depending on your readiness. Some achievement you can, as you can see, cumulatively startups from bootcamp have a cumulative of $3.3 million in terms of seed funding and revenue. So we have some success story from the bootcamp startup, even though you are still at early stage. So it proves that if you go to this bootcamp, it will be providing some fundamental basics and strong fundamental for you to actually develop further on your product and services, because we have seen our Fritata startup named Fritata and also Komu to gain some funding as well. This is part of the content. You can have a look. This is more towards day to day from week 1 to week 4. And then some requirements for a bootcamp. The applicants must have a team of two, at least two individuals. One is more towards the business side, and then one would be more towards the technology side. And have some programming or tech experience. They must have some valuable ideas, and you are encouraged to at least register a company. So no worries if you don't have a company, you can still register to join this bootcamp. So as I mentioned, we have our final AgriTech bootcamp. We can actually invite you to join our final pitch day if you like to see the kind of startups joining the bootcamp as well. This is a part of the timeline. You start on the 8th November, and then you will learn about tech integration inside the agriculture, and then you will learn specific on drones in agriculture, and then you will further refine on your entrepreneurship development. And then last day would be the pitching day. So I think that's all for me, bootcamp and workshop. And after this would be, you will be equipped, and your prototype can be advanced, and also you can move on to the next stage, would be the NTIS. Maybe after this is my colleague Wan Hidayah will explain about NTIS as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the informative session, Encik Izzat. I believe we have one question here. It is from Anonymous. The question is, when the Startup Essential be available, and how and what the website link can check the Startup Essential?
For this year, we have finished our Startup Essential, but usually when we have our session, it will be uploaded and published inside our website, MaGIC.
I see. Okay, and then just one quick question from me. Is there any requirement to enter the bootcamp, or anyone who apply for the bootcamp can join straight away?
Usually we will have a selection process. So we will be filtering based on your ideas, based on your team experience. From there, we will have a couple of selection process. Then only you can actually join. So
I see.
you can just submit your ideas and also application via our website.
I see. All right. Thank you so much, Encik Izzat. So yeah, let's move forward to the next session, the fourth session. So during this session, we'll discuss about the National Technology and Innovation Sandbox, or known as NTIS, by Ms. Nur Hidayah Muhammad Akil, the Assistant Manager of NTIS Technology Management. So without further ado, let's hear a sharing from our fourth speaker, Ms. Hidayah.
Okay, hi, sekejap saya share screen. Can you see my slide? Okay, hi, good morning everybody. So my name is Hidayah. We will present our next session on NTIS. So, okay, when we talk about NTIS, actually NTIS is one of the program under Penjana. It was introduced last year during COVID-19. During that time, government especially find out that most of the inventor and most of the SME cannot move to the next step because there is a lot of barriers, especially when it comes to COVID-19, where they cannot move, and at the end of the day, their innovation cannot do anything. So that's why the government of Malaysia had introduced NTIS. So basically, NTIS is one of the program under MOSTI. It's a program under MOSTI, and it was led by MaGIC. Under our program, there are three parties involved, which is TPM, MIMOS, and also Futurize. And we also got funding, where the funding is from MTDC. Okay, so when we talk about innovation, there is a lot of things that we need to understand and we need to know. Where it starts from idea stage until the project deployed into the market or the project commercialized. So along this process, some of the project might be succeed. Some of the project might not. Why? Because one of the factor is there is lack of funding to the company, and the company might not have having any access to appropriate facilities and incubators. They do not understand the testing and validation process. There are also some difficulties encountered in obtaining regulatory certification, and they do not have any access to technical expertise. And also, some of the company also they are not aware on the IP protection, licensing, branding, and marketing. So this is why most of the innovation project fails in the middle. Why the project cannot be into the market. So NTIS, it involves few parties. It involves industry, government, academia, and also startup. When we talk about NTIS itself, the concept is a safe place to test solution in a live control environment with a relax of regulation. So main objective of NTIS is basically to accelerate innovation adoption, to build engines of growth, and also to boost public sector efficiency. Okay, as I mentioned before, the NTIS is programmed under MOSTI, where MOSTI is the lead is the lead ministry. Under NTIS, there are few secretariats, which is MaGIC, Technology Park Malaysia, MIMOS, and Futurize, where they will help us in terms of assessing the technology itself, and also the funding will come from MTDC. Okay. In order for you to eligible untuk masuk NTIS, the most important thing is you have to make sure that your projects or your current innovation is follow one matrix. What we call the matrix is 10 by 10 MySTIE framework. So 10 by 10 MySTIE framework was introduced by Academy Science Malaysia, where they look at the technology or they divide the technology into two factors, which is the first one, socio-economic sectors, and also technology drivers. As long as you can map your project in this line or in this map, then should be no problem. Okay. So how NTIS accelerate the commercialization of local innovative tech? So basically, NTRS, we got a few groups where we can help the company or the inventor to look back whether your project is ready or where your project, your stage of your project itself currently. Okay, because we have a consultation session. We also got a regulatory sandbox where we can facilitate and support to engage government regulators, agencies, and also ministry to relax the regulatory challenge. In terms of innovation sandbox, we provide corporate sandbox where applicants are able to test and validate their solution. In terms of funding, the application process is via the company can apply for the grant via MTDC, and also under NTRS ecosystem. Also, we got EN partners where we provide support in terms of taking up the role of subject matter expert, funding, and also list of several partners. Means that the partners, means that in terms of funding, just not from MTDC, but there are also external funders that involved in this project. Okay, so currently we got three main sandbox. The first one is agriculture sandbox. The second one, robotics automation sandbox, and also logistics sandbox. So how this sandbox works is basically if you got a project, but you don't know where you can test your project basically. So you can come and approach us. So if the project itself is involved something regarding in terms of agriculture, we can link you with our agriculture sandbox, which is directly under Felda Mempaga. If you have any products or any innovation regarding robotics or automation, you can test it at our robotics and automation sandbox, which is at DRZ. And also in terms of logistics, we have a close collaboration with AirAsia. Okay, so this is basically the partners that are involved in our programs. And also how to join NTRS program. So basically, when we talk about innovation, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of stages happen in innovation. So the most important thing that you have to know where your project currently dekat stage mana. So how we evaluate this basically is through TRL level. TRL is a technology readiness level introduced by NASA. So basically under TRL, there are 9 stages. For you to eligible to enter into NTRS, you have to make sure that your project is at TRL 6. What does it mean by TRL 6? Means that your project at least kena ada prototype, and your prototype dah have at least lab test. You don't have to get a final validation or final testing, because the main aim untuk the project enter NTRS is to get the final validation. So that's why at our stage right now, you only need to submit the test, the lab test report. That one is for products. If you have any ideas or any technologies, any innovations regarding software or apps, for example, you have to make sure that your apps dah lepas alpha test. Means that at least you dah demonstrate or you have done the first level of testing of your software or your apps. Then you can apply for NTRS. Okay, so for NTRS, basically who can join NTRS? We prefer Malaysian, either individual or company. If you are international, if you are not Malaysian, it's okay. You can come and join us. But later, there are some difficulties sikit lah when you want to apply for funding. Because when we talk about funding from Malaysian government, they support Malaysian company. Okay, so it means that the company itself, they kena 51% and above dia punya share tu is Malaysian. So if you're a foreigner, you have to make sure that the shareholding of the company is less than 51%. Then should be no problem. Okay, and in terms of technology ownership, you need to be clear. If the product is from university, you need to have the licensing agreement. If your product is from your company or the idea is from you, then should be no problem. Okay, the solution is at TRL 6 and above. And also if you require any sandbox test location, you can come and approach us. But if you have your own test site, you can propose your own test site. Should be no problem. Okay. Next, in term of funding, there are four main categories under NTIS. The first two, which is single site and multiple site, they are purely focused on testing, validation, and certification. Okay, testing, validation, certification. So the term or the project duration is only 6 months. Means that when you enter NTIS, the main motive for Sandbox 1 and Sandbox 2 to make sure that you get the live test. That is the main motive if you want to enter for single site and multiple site. The difference between single site and multiple site is if your project only need one site of location, then you can apply for single site. The maximum amount is 250,000. If your product need to have more than one test site, then you can apply for multiple site. The maximum amount is 500K. For commercialization, is basically the product is ready and you need help in terms of to make sure that your product can be in the market to commercialize your product. Then you also can enter our program with a maximum of funding of 4 million, and the project duration is 18 months. If your projects have any partners or any investor to come in and support your project, also you can apply for matching fund, where during this time is basically is one-to-one. For example, if your project is 2 million, your partners need to pump in 1 million, and on our side we will pump in another 1 million. So basically, this is the 4 type of grant that eligible under NTIS. Okay, so if you're interested to apply, there are a few stages that you need to understand. Where the first thing, the first stage is of course the application stage. We will go through your eligibility. If your project you declare TRL below than 6, and our system automatically will reject your project. So you have to make sure that your project itself is at TRL 6 and above. Okay, there are 2 level of screening. The first one is there are 3 level of screening. The first one is pre-screening. The second is the technical screening, and the last time is the screening for funding. So the most important thing that we need to understand or you need to prepare is in terms of the technical, because our technical team, we go thoroughly into your projects and go through all to know more about your projects. If the project is okay, then we will propose for the next stage, which is funding. If the project is still not ready, we will try to help you to funnel to other funder that available in the nation. For example, Cradle and some of the funding under eDana Musti, they help the company. For example, if the company need any assistance starting from the idea stage. Okay, because on our side, basically the project dah kena ada prototype lah, means that the prototype dah kena ready. So dia dah dekat middle of the stage already. Okay. So basically how you want to apply, or if you're interested, you can go directly to our website. You can create the accounts and you can register the company, your company, and then you can later fill up your application. Is a quite straightforward form. So you just need to make sure that you fill all the information requested. Okay, so this is the list of documentation needed if you want to apply. Of course, SSM, but if you apply as individual, you don't have to submit your SSM. The second one is a pitch deck. So under the pitch deck, of course, we're going to ask you in terms of the problem statement and the solution that you want to provide. The proof of technology ownership, as I mentioned before, if the technology is from university, you have to make sure that you have clear all the licensing discussion with the university. In terms of specification, because we're going to have a technical members who will go through your application, product and lab test report, sandbox environment, if you want to propose your own sandbox environment, and also funding background, funding breakdown, means that how much do you need for this project. Okay, so okay, I think I don't need to touch about this. So if you're interested or you want to know more about NTIS, you can go directly to our website, sandbox.gov.my, where you can have a look of how we works, and also the application pun ada dekat sana juga. So you just click application now, apply now, then we link directly to our website. So basically it's all online, dia tak ada physical documents. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the informative session, Ms. Hidayah. I believe there is no question regarding this session. But then if the participant or viewers have any question, you can just post it your question there and my team will help to assist accordingly. Okay, so we will just move to the last session, I think. So for the last session, we will have Encik Shafi Mustafa, the senior designer in technology and innovation, and he will be talking about MaGIC Campus ID. So without wasting any more time, I would like to pass the platform to Encik Shafi to continue the session. Encik Shafi, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you MC for that introduction. Hello everyone, my name is Fee. I'm the senior UI UX designer for MaGIC. So without taking a long time, because I'm the last person, so it's like pressure. Let me share my screen first, and let's get started. Okay, so I think all my colleagues, my fellow magicians, yeah, we call ourselves magicians, they have actually talked about from the entire value chain of MaGIC. So what my team and I, the team of tech and innovation, we basically build things to actually make their life easier in interacting with all of you guys. So Startup Campus or Campus ID is just one of the element of Startup Campus, is where we look at all of these building blocks of values and startup creation and benefits, right? We look at readiness assessment, we look at phases, we look at objective focus areas, programs, and potential partners. And then we basically map it out into this all-in-one digital experience that at all certain touch point, if you basically, oh, so sorry, let me single page. Okay, so if you look at MaGIC's value chain in its entirety, that we have an outreach program like from IPNU, and then we go into Rosalind's program of online academy, and then boot camp from Izwan, and then NTIS from Ms. Hidayah. All of that have assessments, programs, and all of that have touch points with MaGIC. And when you actually come and visit us, with either physically or digitally, being an organization that is very data driven, MaGIC automatically covers you from a data perspective. So we take a look at making sure that whatever help that you need, Startup Campus will be able to personalize the help for you, right? We also built in online services like resource directory, mentorship, talent bank, jobs, and activate. Talent bank is the moment when you actually go through our programs, you automatically have a portfolio with us. So meaning that other founders would be able to actually hire you. I mean, if you have, if you want to actually go into the startup ecosystem. And we also have the jobs market where startup founders will be able to post their vacancies in their startups and all of that. And then our resource directory is basically, as the name called, we basically compile about more than 800 plus resources from the region in Malaysia, in the region, and also globally, of things like spaces, grants, funding, tools, and all of that is being crowdsourced and validated by the community themselves. So you could actually see that MaGIC is for the startups, by the startups themselves. So in Startup Campus, there's three elements, right? The three main components. One is verification, because we want to provide clarity for everyone. And then we have the gamified points, because we want to provide joy for everyone. And then we have perks and quests, because we want to provide reward for everyone. All of this plays a role in making your experience becoming a startup founder or an entrepreneur more fulfilling, right? And more impactful. So let's look at verification first. So the one that actually take the bulk of it, when you actually come to MaGIC, you will get a MaGIC account, but not campus ID, right? So campus ID requires you to actually deliberately activate and verify yourself. Now, the reason why we do this is because before Startup Campus, or before we actually built this digital platform or membership, we have this hypothesis that one person can actually have multiple emails. And that actually inflate the data part on our side when we actually do our own reporting. And we realized that, hey, one person can actually have, I don't know, 7 to 8 emails. And then seeing that Startup Campus has been going on since January this year, we realized that that hypothesis holds validity. At the current rate that we have, on average, one person have about 5 to 6 emails that they registered. That is very difficult for us to actually have a personalized service to those people who actually come to MaGIC, and we have to actually go back and flip a lot of information based on those emails to see whether or not you at the right stage. Are you is this a new startups? Because sometimes those emails are not just personal emails, but they're also their startups emails. So we use campus ID as like your national identity card number or your passport number. You can imagine campus ID being your own secrets or CITOS for startups. So, and under this point that you could actually validate at our site, we know that you're a verified member with us, and then we don't have to be worried about where you are on certain stages. And we're trying to expand this function or any function of Startup Campus to all other organizations as well in the ecosystem. So hopefully that with Campus ID, you do not have to be worried of dealing with fraudulent characters or people who are actually going to just create a MaGIC account and then basically reach out to you to actually say that, hey, we're a MaGIC representative. No, there's no such thing as that. So hopefully with Campus ID, you'll be able to actually have your own personalized experience with us, right? And then you hopefully down the line, you'll be able to use Campus ID to view your own performance and growth tracker to personalize what we can actually do to you. So we know that what startup creation is uncharted. So why not MaGIC make the journey a bit more clearer than the usual journey, right? So Campus ID, there's 2 types of accounts. One is for individuals, meaning that the moment you activate yourself, you'll be able to actually attach whatever emails that you have to just a singular account. And then once you actually reach a certain level, you will be able to actually verify your startups as well. Now, the reason why we want to do this is because, again, I don't want to repeat myself, that it's for safety and security and also comfort, because there are times that you might just feel a bit skeptic of the people that you're dealing with, and hopefully the Campus ID will be able to alleviate that in a sense. And then we go into the gamified point system. Now the point systems covers from all points, right? The moment you go into the massive online courses, when you go to boot camps, you go to the accelerator program, even you go to NTIS, you will get point system. I mean, you will be touched by this gamified point system. So you will get 2 types of points, right? So one, you will get experience points, and the other one you get redeemable points. Now, experience points will constantly go up for your individual account and also for your organization account. This helps us evaluate and personalize what we say to you, or the way that we actually personalize our help to you. If you reach a certain level, we do not have to actually tiptoe or walk on eggshells, whether or not you know about a certain jargons that we use in the startup ecosystem, right? If you started with us, you will start at the bronze level. At the bronze level, you would be talking about mostly on your mindset, mostly on how to actually validate ideas and whatnot. The moment you go into silver or gold, we know on our side, and you know at your side, that the criteria for silver is that you have to actually register a company at least with SSM. And at that point, we don't have to be worried about, okay, this person is actually a confirmed startup founder, no longer an aspiring entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur by default the moment you go into silver and gold. Now, experience will actually open up a lot, because the thing is, at bronze level, silver level, gold level, there are some restrictions, meaning that we don't want you to be overloaded by certain information, right? So I will explain further more on that, right? And then we have redeemable points. Redeemable points will fluctuate. You can think of it like your GrabPay point system or your bonus link point system. You can actually get points, this RP, by going through programs and use those RP for perks and quests, which I'll explain later on. So we mapped out the experience point based on these phases. Now, if you were to actually touch point with us at bronze level, we will actually, safeguard yourself from the bronze and gold level information, because we don't want you to be overloaded before you are ready. So you basically just build up your grade, you're honing your mindset, and then you basically want to choose your path between conventional startups, or you want to go into the social entrepreneurship or social innovation path. And then the moment when you go into silver, or you actually go into bootcamp as a first time, like bootcamp for, like, for example, from EZ's program just now, we will recommend maybe certain things that you could actually retake, or basically like, hey, you come in at MaGIC for the first time on the silver level, but here are the things in bronze that would be very helpful for you. So we want to make sure that you have visibility of all the values that we provide at MaGIC, right? And that is available at this bronze, silver, and gold level. And you can actually see that we make sure that this is foolproof. But go ahead, you can actually test it out on your own. And we basically mapped out everything. Just by activating your campus ID, you will actually straight away get 10 RP, but not yet experience points, right? Because experience point requires you to actually go through programs. So if you were to actually go to MOOC, which have 84 modules, the moment you finish a module, you'll get a certification of completion, as well as 84 experience point, which, if I look back at the scale of the experience point, is you're nearly there, right? You're nearly there to silver. So there are some criteria where you have to actually achieve for you to actually evolve, or level up into the next level, into the silver or gold. Here you will get silver upon completing a bootcamp, 1 workshop, and at least 5 MOOC DBAs. But right now we're at the end of the year. Doesn't mean that you can't actually gather those experience point before 2022 starts. So go ahead and just jump in. And these are also the points for the gold level. So you will get bonuses, meaning that you get extra redeemable points the moment you complete like gap plus bootcamp plus 1 workshop plus 5 MOOC DBAs. All of this is being automated on the back end. And even if you miss one, the AI that is readily built on our platform will actually recommend all this information to you. And you basically can actually just ask for help at the click of a button. So right now, we managed to expand this point system and also this campus ID system to 2 of our, I would say, sister agency in Sabah and Sarawak. So in Sarawak, we have the Tegas at their Digital Innovation Hub, and also Sabah Creative Innovation, Economy and Innovation Center. These 2 partners, if you are there in Sabah, Sarawak, and you've gone through programs there, you will also get points automatically. And we're looking into expanding the ecosystem partners as all those grayed out logos down there. We're working on it. So we're trying to actually expand. So the moment when all of this is being covered, they will actually have the access of information. So meaning that you don't have to repeat yourself at all these agencies. These agencies will actually know where you are at which level of your startup journey, at your entrepreneurship experience level, just using by this campus ID level system. So once you actually gather all these points, right, you could actually redeem them at the perks portal, right? There are several types of perks here. There's media coverage, discounted offers, legal counsel, BEES registration. Sorry, there's motorcycle. All right, okay. Then we have like exclusive peer mentorship where our own MaGIC mentorship platform are not offering, meaning that these are founders who actually dedicated their time to give out this redeemable mentorship one-on-one, because there are sometimes industrial experts, they might be just in corporates or they just be too far out there. That is not your level of, they do not understand SMEs or startups, what they are going through, right? And then we also built in networking luncheons or demo days, and even investment rounds that you could actually redeem when you actually go through, once you actually gain enough points, redeemable points. So because we know that startup creation can be costly, so why not use this point system to make your journey a bit more rewarding? So the other one, so I'm going to actually go through a bit of example. So these are some of, this is, if you notice that a lot of our programs and courses, they're mostly on operations, on startups, right? But nothing about technical skills. So one of our peers, one of my teammate, his name is Edmund, he's giving out HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also PHP workshops. These are hands-on workshop. You will learn how to code, maybe build your own product using all these three technical language. And at the end, you will get a certification from MaGIC as well as a project into your portfolios, or basically based your own idea startups that you can actually create. And all of this can be redeemable at the point. So the reason why we actually do this at the redeemable point, redeem at the perks market, is because we want you guys to actually go and get points first, then start building up your startups or your ideas using these perks. Maybe if this is not interest you, maybe you want to actually look at the market first, right? So we actually partner up with Statista, which is a business intelligence platform that actually offers its one report on Digital Economy Compass 2020. You actually redeem this with just cost about 10 redeemable RPs and 20 experience points. So if you see this, there are some requirement of experience before you have access to this perk, certain perks, because there are some jargons that you might struggle if you don't have enough experience. So Statista, this perk basically give you some ideas of how I would say those experience points would actually covers. So you can actually redeem this, or if not, if you already have a startup, you might want to actually be interested to actually go to 30-minute accounting clinic to actually go through and have a with their own founder, with GA Alliance founder, to actually review your accounting for 30 minutes. If not, there is this one from Fresh Work for Startups that you could actually claim for 5 redeemable points, which is just 5 experience points for 10,000 USD credit to their platforms. You can get customer service platform, you can actually customer messaging software, cloud telephony software. You don't have to actually like purchase TM landline. You can actually get just video call or phone call over the internet. And then you have chatbot softwares and HR, ITs, and all that, right? And then we have, this is from MaGIC itself. This requires a 500 experience point, but costs at 1,000 redeemable points, this perk is called Media Spotlight. MaGIC has a very strong media relationship, not just in local, but also global medias. The reason why we put this so high is because we want you to be ready before you claim this. We want you to actually be nice. Even when you claim this, you will have this one-on-one, I would say, brand clinic and PR clinic with our team, with our PR team, before we put you with the journalists and with the media beforehand, right? And also, we also have other things that is not just for startups. You know, being a startup founder, being an entrepreneur, you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your physical, especially as well as your mental health. So why not just claim this 20 ringgit of personal training from SparkFake, which is also from our startups. Now, if all of that you are interested, we have about 90 plus providers with over 90 plus benefits and perks from Run Cloud, Bos Boleh. And even if you're interested to actually be our perks providers, also do check out our website. And also, like, just, you know, this whole thing is by the startup founder for the startup founder. And then we have also one final thing. If all those perks are not interesting, you might be interested to actually establish your own quest, right? Quest is basically a personalized perks that you basically use your RP to actually get, basically it's a barter system. You give out like a certain amount of RP for like lead generation, user acquisition, testing out of new features, skill-based exchange. Like, for example, I'm good with presentation, you might want to actually exchange with me for a certain amount of RP for me to actually help you with the pitching, for example, right? So why not make all this collaborative? So this is an example of a quest. So if you already registered as a Startup Campus ID member, as a Startup Campus member, why not claim 10 redeemable points just by giving us an interview and feedback for 30 minutes, right? Going through the system, saying that, oh, I think this button should be there, this and that, and then you can get 10 redeemable points, and you can do that over and over again until you get amount. But yeah, get what I'm saying. So just scan this QR code for you guys to actually activate your accounts. If you have any questions about the platform itself, do ask a question to just ask a question here now, or you can actually message, email my my partner in my team called Dina Shamsur at dina@mymagic.my if you have any inquiries or any challenges that you might face. And that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, Encik Shafi, for the very informative session just now. I feel like I had too much information today. So yeah. But then the concept is really nice actually. You can like collect the point and redeem. So yeah, it is really interesting actually. So I think we have one question here from Anand. So the question is, does those who are not students or fresh grad able to register for the MaGIC exclusiveness only for, MaGIC exclusive only for Campus ID to join the workshop?
Yeah, I think you just need to, because Campus ID is for everyone. All you need to do is just log in and activate your Campus ID, and then you get access to those workshops. So you just basically go back to the perks marketplace and then just claim on the workshop, because you already get 10 redeemable points just by activating your Campus ID. Logging in, the moment you log in through Facebook or Google or you will just get MaGIC account, not Campus ID. Campus ID requires you to verify your identity first. Requires you to actually scan your IC and your passport, which not be saved. You know, it will just be used for verification through our system, and then it will be purged from the database the moment verification is complete. So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
I see. Yeah, you are answering the question. So I think that's all. No more question from the audience. Yep, no more question. So I think I'll just wrap up the today's webinar. So thank you again for the insightful session, Encik Shafi and all the speakers today, Encik Ibnu, Miss Roslyn, Encik Izzat, and Miss Hidayah. So with that, I would like to thank everyone here for being with us today from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And I am sure that participants have gained helpful information about our sessions today. So to all the startups, entrepreneurs who wanted to start your businesses. So I really hope this webinar gave you more information and knowledge that you can apply for. Okay, and then for those who might have missed today's session, Do not worry, as we will upload this webinar, the recording, on our YouTube channel. So stay tuned for our next webinar series and follow us on our social media at EduCity Official for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for more updates. Please turn on your notification for upcoming events and webinar by EduCity. Till then, take care, stay safe, and we will see you in the next series. #EduCity Jaga Kita.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you soon.
This is where it begins.
Thank you, everyone.
Where you can feel the breeze on your skin. It's times like this that makes you feel alive. A time to create. A time to capture precious moments.
Where dreams are no longer just a dream, but the beginnings of a new reality. This is where I harness my potential.
This is where I explore possibilities.
This is where I expand my mind.
This is where her story begins. This is EduCity.